Untitled-2 podcast. My name is Connor.
My name is Ash.
So, the other day, Ash,
Yeah.
I watched an episode of a 3-part Netflix original series, which is called Godzilla World of Monsters, Planet of Monsters, something like that.
Okay.
I watched it because I saw IGN give it a 7 on Facebook.
Right.
And I was like, that seems unlikely because every time somebody said a Godzilla film is good, it's not been. Pardon me.
Bless you.
And like Shin Godzilla, so many people told me it was good, but I never got through it. I've tried to watch it like 3 times and I just can't. There's so much spiel before it actually starts.
7 out of 10 though.
Yeah.
For me, that's not a good movie. That's like an average movie.
Well, an average Godzilla movie is better than the other Godzilla movies. Because I think Godzilla is a really good concept. You can do so much with that, and then nobody ever does anything good with it.
No, it just turns into a monster movie, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this first part, the other 2 parts are out yet. Basically, it starts off saying the world, like monsters started appearing on the planet. Like this is just like the backstory reel at the beginning. Monsters start appearing on the planet, and then Godzilla appears. And that was the point of them going, fuck it, we can't do this. So this Godzilla, I don't know about other renditions of Godzilla, but his skin is like metal.
Okay.
His breath is nuclear.
Okay.
So obviously radiation is left behind from him just using his nuclear breath, which fucks everything up. His raw is not as good as it's been in other films.
Okay.
What else is there? It has a shield, and when it's being attacked, if you do a certain amount of damage, it uses its electronic. Its dorsal fin creates an electromagnetic field around itself, and that protects it. So the whole point of the thing is that you can't beat him.
Okay.
And then humans are like, fuck, we're a bit fucked. And then aliens appear.
Okay.
These aliens are humanoid and look like humans in every way.
Okay.
And I can't remember what they're called, but it was a really short, ridiculous word. And they said, hello, humans, we would like to seek refuge in your solar system. If you allow us to stay here, we'll take care of your Godzilla problem for you.
Okay.
So they're this very technologically advanced race, and they build Mecha Godzilla.
Okay.
And they're about to use him to beat Godzilla, but it doesn't work out. And the facility where Mechagodzilla is stored gets destroyed. So then they're like, well, fuck it. We're going to have to leave. We're bailing. We're looking for another planet. You can come with us. So they take all the humans with them. And then they leave for like 22 years or something like that.
Right.
And then they time travel back. No, they don't time travel. They hyperspace jump, which fucks with time. So they predict it'll be 100 years later or something, and then it turns out, no, it's 2,000 years later. Then they go down to the planet, and then somebody's like, oh, it's 10,000 years later. And then finally, this like botanist they've got with them is like, actually, I've carbon dated some shit, and it's like 19,000 years later.
Wow.
The planet has just grown to deal with the monsters that all live there. Normal creatures are just like dragons with metal skin. Plants are metal and razor sharp, like you could just cut yourself by touching them. It's crazy, and like, so I've never seen like a rendition of Godzilla that's like this. It's always like sort of modern day, and then they roll out the army and
you were losing me a bit.
Super futuristic.
You were losing me a bit with all like, oh, he's got a dorsal fin. If you do enough damage, he does this and that. It's like that's starting to sound like a bit of a game.
Well, no, that is one of the things that made this better than other Godzilla films, is how gamified it is, because 2 of the people that worked on the film are originally game developers.
Alright.
So there's a big gaming background that's been brought into the...
I don't know, you started losing me, but like the whole idea of it being 19,000 years after he appeared that's where it like dragged me back in again.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately...
Does it get worse?
The film is just boring, like, this is our plan for an hour.
Right.
And then the actual fight at the end is amazing. It's so cool. Like, it's anime style. but it's 3D. And I was sort of like groaning at that idea, but then I saw the 3D model for Godzilla.
Okay.
And I'm really into 3D modeling, so I thought, oh, that looks cool. I'd like to see that in action, which is why I watched it. And you don't even see it for like most of the film, obviously, as all Godzilla films go.
I'll have to give that one a watch.
Yeah, so the fight at the end is like the last 20 minutes, and it's awesome. So they do beat Godzilla, and then
Spoiler alert.
there's a massive twist at the end.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so excited for the next 2 episodes because it's so cool.
Twist at the end. It's directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it's like
No,
it's part of the fucking Unbreakable universe.
that would be so ridiculous.
That would be M. Night Shyamalan.
So yeah, like I said, it's 3D, but they've made efforts to. They have like a lot of people try and make efforts to make it look like it's 2D, but because they're just trying to save time by doing it 3D. But these people approached it with being honest that it's 3D. But they took a lot of 2D elements, like there's sort of a low frame rate kind of movement.
Yeah.
You know, like the Lego movie type of thing, but not as dramatic as that. That makes it feel like an anime, like the way the facial animations are done and the shading on it, like it's so crisp. It looks like vectors. It's insane how they've pulled it off.
The new Dragon Ball game that's coming out.
Yeah.
That's 3D and it looks like an anime.
That's the first time I've ever seen it like actually work, and it looks so good.
It looks fun. I'd get it just for that, but I'm not a Dragon Ball Z fan, so.
Yeah. Well, I if it was more than just a fighter, then I'd think about it, sort of thing. Like Dragon Ball Xenoverse looked kind of cool. If that was in that style, that would be incredible.
Yeah, I was told it wasn't as good as people wanted it to be.
I've watched a lot of videos of it, but never got around to buying it. I just don't want to spend that much on something I'm not that into. I watched 2 Dragon Ball movies that are on Netflix with my girlfriend.
Have you seen that really bad westernized one?
No. Oh, the live action one?
Yeah.
No, but I've heard horror stories.
Man. You need to watch that. It's so bad.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I watched 2 actual Dragon Ball anime movies. One of them was quite good, where Frieza was brought back to life.
Yeah.
But this was like so much story had happened between the first time they fought Frieza and fighting him again, and they had like 4 new stages of Super Saiyan and shit like that. The other one was ridiculous. There was this Egyptian cat god guy. I can't remember what his name was. I think it began with a B. Beerus.
Right.
And he was like the whole time everyone that mentioned him was like, oh, he's the god of destruction, he's so powerful and stuff. But his character was so ridiculous. Like he came to Earth at Bulma's birthday party.
Okay.
And he decided not to destroy Earth because all the food at the party was really tasty. And then one of those fat pink alien guys ate all the pudding that was there. Like chocolate pudding or something. And Beerus wanted to try it, and he was really angry that he didn't get to try it, so then he decided to destroy Earth, and then they fought him. It was so stupid. And like the fight wasn't even that cool, and they didn't actually beat him. He was just like, okay, I'm going to go back and sleep now.
Okay.
But then watching the other film that was really good, it sort of led off from that. So it felt like the whole film about Beerus was just like pre-spiel for the Frieza Resurrection
like a filler movie. That's mental. Didn't Bleach have a movie?
I don't know, but if there is, I want to watch it.
I seem to remember being excited about it, but I think it just turned out to be like a fucking big long filler.
Alright, I see. Because I'm reading through the Bleach manga, and I'm so glad all the filler shit in it. Like the Bounto saga.
Yeah.
That was awful. I was talking to my girlfriend about it. Not my girlfriend. I was talking to my sister about it. And she was saying that her favourite arc in the Bleach anime is the one where all the Bankai come to life. Yeah. Well, the Bankai come to life anyway within the story, but like they become physical in the world and can fight each other and shit.
Yeah.
And it was so stupid, and just like it was like the people that wrote it had never actually read Bleach, although I'm pretty sure it was Tite Kubo that actually wrote the filler. That's how it usually works out, but it just wasn't. I don't understand why she likes it so much. It just wasn't that good. Yeah.
My favourite arc of Bleach is the Rancor arc.
Yeah, I'm on that now in the manga.
I think. I think first it's where he first goes to the Soul Society to save Rukia. Like I really like that. The soundtrack in that were amazing. That like fucking bluesy funk thing that goes on every time he like levels up his power.
One of my favourite soundtracks from an anime is from Bleach. Do you remember the Iron Car had that like Latin American theme?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. It was a really good anime, minus all the filler shit.
Yeah, of course. So, before we came in here to record, we were doing something quite funny that we've been doing pretty much all weekend.
Yeah.
It's been hilarious.
Finding how much Lego we can stuff up each other's bum.
That was it. That's exactly what I was going to say. You spoiled it now. There was so much more build-up to go into it.
I'm currently at 34 pieces. I think we can get to 35.
Man, I'm at 40 and it's killing.
No, we've been playing Gang Beasts.
Yes, Gang Beasts is such a good game. I watched some YouTubers play it, and my girlfriend came over and she was like, "Oh, that looks funny," and we watched a few episodes, and then I was like, "Should we just get it?" So, because I thought it was only on PC, so just out of curiosity, I checked if it was on PlayStation Store, and I was like, "If it's less than 20 quid, I'll get it." It was 15 quid, which I still am not happy about, but now that I've played it, I'm like, "Fucking, I would have paid 40 quid for this." It's so funny. But yeah, I played that with her for like 2 hours and we had an absolute laugh. And then her two friends came over and we played it and it was hilarious then. And obviously you've come over and we've been playing it all weekend. We just can't get enough out of it. Yeah, I think my favourite thing about it is that the controls are so awkward that everybody's on a level playing field because everybody's fighting against the controls before they can even think about fighting against you.
That's what I thought as well until your girlfriend started doing karate and stuff.
Oh, I don't know if she pulls it off. She like throws herself in the air and flings her arms around and shit. It's crazy.
She mashes all the buttons and it just happens for her.
I know. It just always seems to work out.
If I did that, I'd just be on the floor like spasming like...
Yep.
Fun game though.
It's such a good game.
I had it on.
It's so hard to describe as well because if you try and explain the game to somebody, they'll be like, "Why is it that fun?" It's just the fact that it's so hilarious.
I don't know, like how the way I describe it is, it's like drunken jelly babies with fists, and they've also got cerebral palsy, and they all hate each other and they want to throw each other off and stuff.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
It is, but
Pardon me.
Fun nonetheless.
So I read the most mind-blowing article the other day.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk to you about it. But knowing you've already read about it.
Okay.
So, you remember in Black Mirror?
Yeah.
You remember that episode where there was that woman that would look at your memories to solve crimes?
Yeah.
And there would be a screen that would show images as they remember it.
Uh-huh.
And like there was that bit where that guy saw the lime coat and she was like, actually it was yellow and it changed in his mind sort of thing. Well, that shit is so close, mate. It's unbelievable. Like that kind of thing to get your head around, that there's actually an image inside your head from you thinking about an image that you saw that you can physically take out of somebody's head. But they've fucking done it. Have you seen it?
I like skimmed past it. I didn't get to read it because I was working.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll read that later, and I just completely forgot about it.
Did you see some of the images?
No.
Oh, it was like they look not well. They're close enough though. Just the fact that that image exists, you can pull it from someone's head, and then look at it, and it be that close to what it actually is. So they're a bit grim, mate. They're a bit ugly.
Right.
Let me just see if I can. AI recreates images from.
While you're trying to find that, do you know what blew my mind a few years ago? When scientists like actually video recorded a fucking mouse creating a memory, the fucking filmed the synapses firing and creating the memory.
Yeah.
That blew my mind.
Well, this is going to blow your mind. So, if you want to look at this along with us, just Google AI recreates images from mind. I think that's what I'll put in. Hang on. Brain scans. And then just click on the first link. It's from dailymail.co.uk. So we'll look through the images. There's 10 images. So on the left is the image that they were showed, and then they were put into an fMRI, and they were told to think of that image.
Mm-hmm.
and then the machine tried to recreate that image.
Okay.
And it's it's such nightmarish shit, mate. It's crazy. It's like, it's kind of like something from the show we've been watching, Devilman on Netflix, which we'll talk about after this. But so that's the duck.
Okay.
And then there's this like amorphous like blob, but it's the same color, and like you can see grass and sort of reeds in the background. Yeah. Like they remembered that the reeds were there, and it just recreated that from it.
Wow. It's
so mental to think that's even possible. Oh, hang on. That one's just some sort of lizard. The colours are all wrong. I don't know what's going on there. But it's got the same shape. It's sort of the same position in the image and everything. Yeah. Reference to Black Mirror there. This owl, and then this like fucking horribly disfigured dog.
Like a necrotic rhesus monkey.
It's so gross. Like, just the detail in that for it to look like anything at all. Like, it's got the position of the eyes, and there's sort of a beak there. The colour, obviously, is similar. It's so insane to think that something like this is possible. This one's really good. Like, it's like the swan. There's a swan on water, but it doesn't look much like a swan. Like, there's the shape of the swan in, like, a white patch. But the water totally looks like water. It's insane.
Yeah.
This is how it works. So they see an image, and then there's an fMRI scan, and then a feature decoder, which decodes the features into an image. And this one here is like an image of a cheetah, and then it's produced some sort of like log that looks like a bear. Yeah. It's pretty gross. And this is a huge collection of them, because they did them on different people, obviously.
Yeah.
And the results were all pretty similar across all the candidates. Like, there's a plane at the end, and each one of the memories looks like a UFO or something. The postbox one's pretty weird as well.
Like, because the human brain doesn't fully recollect what it needs, it just creates a very abstract image, and then the brain's like, you remember this, don't you? And you're like, yeah, of course I do, I remember it. And you, like, fill in the blanks yourself. Well,
I wonder if it's because the image is digitally provided to them, but then you're using something organic to recreate it. Because everything's got a very, like, gross, organic feel to it.
Well, with the plane, it's like they've pictured the basic. They remember the basic shape of it, and it's like
the position.
Like
as well.
The subconscious fills in all the details by itself.
Yeah, that's true. It's most likely something like that.
You know, like something else like that. Isn't it? Like when you're reading, you don't read the entire word. Your brain's always just scanning the first and last letter of a word, and it just guesses it, and it's like 100% correct most of the time. Yeah. But it's also reading the next few words ahead as well.
Yeah,
maybe it's something like that.
Yeah. It's most likely something like that. This one's pretty incredible. So they're given shapes instead of images, so a lot less complex. But the recreated images are so spot on, so unbelievably spot on. It's incredible.
Not like nebulas and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really crazy, and letters as well.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Imagine you need to get information from one place to another, or you need to, I don't know, get the name. Like, somebody talks to somebody at Starbucks, and they've got the name tag on their chest.
Yeah.
And you remember that name tag, and then somebody's like, "Oh, we need to find that guy at Starbucks. He murdered somebody," and then you go for the fMRI scan, and you get his name or something. That's a bit of a.
That's pretty fun.
So yeah, that'd be really cool. And then just some abstract image that somebody drew. But yeah, I thought that was so incredibly interesting.
Listen, mate, this dystopian future that all of like 80s movies in that featured portrayed is happening. It's coming.
Yeah, I know.
Thoughts aren't even safe anymore. I mean, you'll have to spend hours and hours and hours of people trying to figure out what it is you're thinking of.
Yeah,
but fucking hell.
The first time that is like given a practical use, and it becomes involved in some sort of mainstream media, the arms raised. Well, no, that's not what I meant to say. But all of America will be up in arms about, oh, they're gonna steal our minds. The government's control our minds. They're monitoring our memories and shit.
Meanwhile, the government's just sat there like, we've been doing it for the last 2 years. Anyway.
Yeah,
that is mental. Suddenly people in tinfoil hats don't look too stupid.
Yeah, we might need to start having.
As soon as they perfect it so they can get the accurate image 100% of the time, it's going to go mobile. You know?
Well, like you said, though, if obviously that is the process in our head. We remember what we need for us to recreate at the time, because we can't just store it there. We can't store the image inside our brain to be perfectly remembered.
It's not like a hard drive. Your memories don't just store. Your brain don't just store memories.
Yeah, you need to recreate it every time.
It has like the basic like temporary data.
Yeah.
And it unpacks it and then fucking basically recreates it. So that's why parts of your memories change. So you might remember being like wearing a red jumper when you got slapped in the face by a fucking celebrity or something like that. Yeah. 20 years later, you might recall it, and the jumper might suddenly be blue. You know?
Yeah.
Or you might be thinking, oh, he wasn't this celebrity. It was like over the celebrity.
Yeah,
like that.
I heard that your memories are less trustworthy the more times you think about them, because every time you think about it, it's recreated and then changed slightly. So obviously, if you remember something 100 times, by the 100th time, it'll be like a completely different event.
It's like writing your name 100 times over. Each different one's going to be slightly, different. Like the A might be a bit shorter than the last one you made and stuff. Yeah. It's just crazy to think that that's what the brain does.
I know. I like thinking about how the brain works, but also it makes my brain stop wanting to work. So, speaking of introducing new things to my
brain.
Body. I've never really had spicy food before. Like, not spicy. It's not because I've avoided it, but I've just never got the point. Because people are like, oh, it fucking burns and shit like that, and I'm like, well, why is spicy food a thing?
It's addictive, isn't it?
But yeah, that's what I'm coming to understand. So the other day, my girlfriend made some noodles with black pepper sauce in it, and it was insane. Like, she'd never done it before, so we were both trying it, and we were like, oh fuck, oh that's really hot, like mouth fully on fire, lips just burning, and that lasted for ages. Like, I wanted to have some milk, but there was only a little bit left, so I only had like a sip, and I was like, okay, that's enough. And then girlfriend just finished the milk. So,
do you know what else helps? Oil.
Okay.
Like olive oil. It coats the mouth, and it stops all the capsaicin and all that stuff like that from gripping onto your tongue and wherever else. Yeah. So just swill your mouth out and then spit it out, and it all comes out.
All right, no way. Yeah, it's kind of a good thing that happened, because it prepared me for. My boss offered to buy the marketing team lunch, so the vote was cast and we went to Nando's. I've only been to Nando's once, because I don't see the point in it. You get such a small portion and pay so much money. It's ridiculous. So I just said to my friend, just get me what you usually get.
Right.
And basically it got me the spiciest option, and I didn't realise there was options of how spicy it would be, so I was once again destroyed by spice, like 2 days in a row, but I was prepared for it because I had experienced it the night before, and I'd never experienced that before. But now, like, thinking back to like the burning, tingling sensation on my lips, and like there's sort of this like violent burning underneath your tongue, sort of in the really sensitive raw area underneath your tongue. It's kind of addictive. Like, I'm like, I want to have some spicy food again.
Basically, it tricks your brain into thinking that you're actually under attack and in pain. So it releases, like, adrenaline and endorphins and all that, and then it basically becomes an addiction. You want that next fucking release.
Yeah. And
so that's why a lot of people, like, it starts out, you'll have a jalapeno and you're like, that's a bit hot. But then eventually you'll have another one, you'll be like, it's not so bad anymore. And you like acclimate to it every time. Mm-hmm. So you go from that to like maybe a fucking habanero, and then up to like, the spiciest shit. And it's like a rush every time, and eventually you get really, really, really addicted to it. I like spice. I can handle some really spicy shit. But for me, it's not like the main feature of a dish. I don't go to a dish just to have that pain in my mouth.
Yeah.
If it's really spicy but also packed full of flavour, and the flavour like hits you first before the spice, I'll eat it and I love it. But if it's just all about the spice, and there's no flavour to it. You can't taste anything because your mouth's just instantly burning.
that's because that's what I didn't get. Like, what's the point in that?
Yeah, I don't enjoy those meals.
Yeah,
it should be flavour over spice, not the other way around.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're eating a raw chili, then obviously that's what you're going to expect.
Yeah.
That's why people don't do it for like challenges on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. There's been like another wave of people doing that.
Yeah,
I think.
Binging with Babish started off, I think.
Oh, I see.
He had a friend from Austria, I think, who had ALS, and they ended up being really good friends. And he died recently, and so Benjamin Babish was like, let's get some sort of awareness for it, and like the ice bucket challenge didn't really work or something like that because you called for a second and then it's over, and people didn't understand that because they were like, dump ice water on yourself or donate, and then they were like dumping that water on themselves and donating.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's not the challenge, but whatever. I suppose they got a lot of money in that, and so yeah, he just wants to like raise more awareness about it and stuff. That's why with the hot pepper challenge.
Oh, I see.
I think Rhett and Link did it, didn't they? Because he nominated them in his first video.
Oh, I don't know. I ain't watched them for a long time.
I ain't watched them since they changed the format.
Oh, I got really into that, but then just because they go on a break every Christmas time.
Yeah.
And whenever they go on a break, I'm just like not in the mood for it anymore. And then they'll get halfway into the latest season and I'll be bored enough to start watching it again. And then I'll get really into it again. So it's just going in and out of phases of watching Rhett and Link.
Yeah, we went on a bit of a tangent there about hot chilies and stuff.
Yeah. So, I mentioned earlier we were going to talk about a show that we started watching.
Devilman Crybaby.
We're only about 3 episodes in, I think.
Yeah.
I originally wanted to check it out because I heard the art style was really unique, which it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flatness to it. There's no shading on the characters and stuff. It looks really simple, like they've saved time.
Like there's not like one style. It blends between quite a few styles.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of reminds me of an anime that I tried watching a while ago. It wasn't bad. I just didn't have enough time to get into it. Called Bako Monogatari or something like that.
How do you remember shit like that, mate?
I just got a really good brain for remembering stuff. That's important to me. Back then I was a massive weeb, so
yeah,
I've just retained it. But yeah, that had a really like minimalistic art style and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just reminded me of that, and so it just resonated. I quite like the animation and the art style of this Devilman.
Yeah, the animation is really cool. Like, there's a lot of people turning into demons.
Yeah.
And those transitions are always animated really well, and
yeah, you can tell as well when they focus on animation, because the background will be extremely basic. It might just be one solid color with a bit of texture on it.
So they can focus
and then they focus entirely on the transformation of the creatures tearing apart and all that.
Yeah. I think it's really clever how they've done that, actually, because with the actual animated characters being so simple, it's easy for something in the background to take the attention away from them. So when they want your entire focus on something they've put a lot of time into animating, they'll just... Like, the background's not even necessary then, because you're hardly going to notice it's not there.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on.
Plus, it's just faster to smash out these uninteresting backgrounds than it is to like make a properly like full perspective and detailed environment that might only appear for like 20 seconds in one scene.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's easier to animate over as well, because you don't have to, with the camera spinning, you don't have to redraw the background at all these different angles in the exact same detail you did before.
What was I going to say?
Something about the art style, animation.
The music. The music is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I really like the music.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's kind of got like that synthwave vibe about it.
Yeah. I felt like that as well, but there's something about it that just makes me not want to call it synthwave. Like there's something unique to it that's just not quite synthwave.
Yeah, it's got kind of like an old techno song that plays every now and then. There's a scene where like some demons were devouring a human, and then there was music that they played over top of it. Yeah, and that was like very old techno-ish.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I like the music choices.
I like the pacing as well. There's always something going on. Yeah, like it very rarely slows down, and when it does, there's still a tension there that you're just waiting for that next high octane scene to come along.
I think I like how you can just tell that the animators and the writers and all that just had fun with it.
Yeah.
Like they didn't.
Oh, definitely.
They didn't sacrifice anything they didn't want to and stuff like that. For example, there's a scene where they go to a nightclub, and there's just boobs everywhere, and it's kind of like a strip club / orgy club or something like that.
Yeah.
But every now and then, it'd be showing a girl dancing, topless and that, and she'll have like orange skin and green nipples and stuff like that. And it's just like someone must have thought like that'd be a really interesting visual, and I was like, yeah, go for it, mate.
Yeah. It was sort of to highlight as well that everyone's senses were a bit fucked because they're all taking ridiculous drugs and shit.
But then there was was it the third episode or something like that? There was a girl who was masturbating, and instead of like orgasming, it played donkey noise.
Yeah, she started moaning like a donkey.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, she was like.
It was just funny. Like you can tell they had a right good laugh about that in the studio.
It plays with some dark themes, but then it just like.
Yeah,
it's got its own way of.
It's not stuck in one genre. It's not like it don't limit itself to like just one thing. It plays with everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I really like that.
That nightclub scene, like they didn't shy away from anything. Like some of the women that turned into demons, like one of them, her tits grew to like 10 foot long and had mouths on the end of them. One of them split open from the vagina and then it grew teeth and
a big
this massive tongue came out. Yeah, and then they were because it was so loud in there and everyone's senses were fucked. People were still like making out and fingering each other, and there was this one shot of this guy like plowing a woman from behind with like his jeans hanging low. And it had like a really nice rhythm to it, and then obviously it gets fucked by a demon.
There's that it cuts those two that couple having sex as well, where she transformed into a demon halfway through, and she bit his like his torso off, but she also bit her own legs off in the process. Yeah.
Oh, there was just it was like they went from like none of these shots linked to each other. They were all separate, unique, ridiculous shots of like a demon transforming and then fucking someone up in some crazy ass way.
Yeah,
it was all like really psychedelic, like trippy shit.
But I'm really enjoying it.
I can't wait to keep watching it. We're gonna keep watching it after this, aren't we?
Definitely. You kind of need an open mind with it, I'd say. Like it.
Yeah,
not
you can't
at all. So.
You can't go into it with any reservations about any topics. You can't be sensitive about anything.
Yeah, and I'm not expecting anything of it. Like I'm not saying, I hope this happens or I bet that happens. I'm just relaxing.
Yeah, just enjoying the visuals. I'm just
letting it take me along for the ride.
Yeah, exactly.
It's enjoyable that way.
It is a very easy watch. Like there's nothing particularly crazy going on in the story. It's just a very linear story, but like I want to say that it's predictable, but there's not even that temptation there to try and predict what happens because you're having so much fun watching it that it doesn't matter whether it's predictable or not. It's really cool.
It's just fun. I'd recommend it for anyone who's into anime and wants something new to watch.
Well, basically it's about this guy that's a bit of a pussy. And if he finds out,
it's called Devilman Crybaby.
If he finds out that somebody's sad, he'll start crying just from the idea that they're upset. And then he gets turned into a demon called Aemon.
Yeah, so through a series of events, he gets.
Yeah, exactly.
I think basically the devils can latch onto humans, and because obviously they can't survive on their own, they've got to take over a human body. Yeah, and so one called Aemon, which we get the impression is like the big bad devil guy.
Yeah, is
latches onto the character, the Crybaby, and his body changes and he gets faster and stronger and a bit more aggressive, but it still cries.
Yeah. There's this really crazy like montage of like girls being impressed by him, but it's some of the most ridiculous shit. Like, he was eating like 50 bowls of school dinners and shit, and everyone were like, "Oh, he eats so much." That's
all
so
the girls
hot.
were just giving him their dinner.
Yeah,
I don't know if like there must have been some sort of like magical attraction going on there.
Yeah, potentially. But the best bit, like, there's this. It just cuts to a shot where on the right hand side of the screen is just this huge like erect dick inside some shorts.
Yeah, it's a big bulge in his pants.
Yeah, but it's like he's got tight shorts on so you can see every detail in it. It's crazy. And then there's these girls at the other side because he's running track and field. So there's these girls just outside the like chain link fence just watching him, and you can hear him going, "Oh, he's got a huge erection. Oh, he's so hot. I want him," and stuff. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
My favourite scene in that little montage was where it cut to a few students in the hallway, and you can hear some distant moaning. And then it cuts to him, and he's in the big cinema room that they have.
Oh, you're watching porn, I forgot
right
about
up against, he's like just sat right in front of this big fucking like 100-inch screen or whatever, and he's just watching porn on it. And this guy comes and he's like, "Mate, what are you doing? You can't be doing that." He just blanks him.
Yeah, it's really good.
But yeah, it's really fun. It's very not safe for work. Yeah, there's a lot of nudity in it. And
yeah, I won't say that is an attraction or a put off. No. Like it's just there.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, go watch it if none of that bothers you and you do want something new to watch. Is it a Netflix original?
It isn't. Well, I think it is.
It was made in the Netflix like thingy.
Repackaged it for Western audiences and stuff.
Amazon do that as well.
Devilman is a very, very old series. I think if you go on Wikipedia and look at Devilman, there have been like well over 30 renditions of the same story in Japan. And they've all got like different themes as well. I think there's a few that are about a devil lady. Oh, and it's called Devilman Lady though.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's time to read my Immortal. Yeah, I know you forgot to put the timer on, didn't you?
I did think my bad.
It's alright. I've been looking at the clock on my phone, so we're all good. So there's 2 pages left. This one page looks quite long though. Hang on, let me just see how long the next page is. Oh, okay. The next page is just like a paragraph, so...
Okay.
So we'll be finishing it this episode then.
Okay. Do you want me to read?
Oh, yeah, go for it, mate. Just want to hold my phone again, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Alright. Here are the final chapters of My Immortal. Again, I did not write this. We already know this, didn't we?
Yeah, I think I read that.
Chapter 36. Author note. Do you want to take this one? Just guess it.
Stop flaming, you preps. I don't know.
Ooh.
She tries to correct some mistakes she's made. And then something about Raven. Either she loves her or she hates her.
Pretty close. I said, stop flaming, okay? I bet you are all probably old 70-year-olds. P.S.
70 years old?
P.S.
A 70-year-old goes and reads fanfiction?
P.S. Porter says you're a prep. And yeah... Oh yeah, and thanks to Raven for the help. Have fun. England girl. Ah, is Raven an English girl?
Unless she's coming to England.
XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX
first song on my...
Death Grips.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, it's Death Grips, the Money Star album.
Yeah.
First song.
Get Got.
Yeah, Get Got. I looked around in a depressed way. Suddenly I saw Professor Sinister, B. Lordy Mary, Socrates and Draco.
Socrates? Who's Socrates again?
I don't know, it probably means someone else. Sinister or something, I don't fucking know.
Alright.
Socrates and Draco, Vampire and Willow were there too. Oh my fucking god, Sorius. I saw you and Samaro and Snip and everyone. I can't believe Snap used to be gothic. Yeah, I know, Sirius said sadly. Oh, hey there, bitch, Professor Trevoris said in an emo voice, drinking some Voxel Mort Sarum. Hi, fucker, I said. Listen, Satan asked me out to a gothic cornet.
Oh my god.
And a movie, so I need a sexa new outfit for the date. Also, I'm playing in a gothic band, so I need an outfit for that too.
Outfit.
Suddenly Canadian. Oh my Satan, get it lols, cause she's gothic. Gasped B. Bloody Mary. Want to go to Hot Topic to shop for your outfit? OMFS, let's have a group cutting session, said Professor Trevoris.
OMFS?
Oh my fucking Satan.
Oh yeah.
Let's have a group cutting session, said Professor Trevoris. I can't fucking wait for that, but we need to get some stuff first.
A group cutting session? That is never a thing people do. Or did.
I doubt it. If they did, they must have been extremely edgy and misguided children.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some proportions. Portions, even. Yeah, portions. Brain's trying to fucking make sense of it all. For Professor Trevally, so she won't be addicted to voxel mort serum anymore. And also, some love potion for Inobe. Draco said resultantly.
Resultantly?
I don't know. Well, we have potions class now, Willow said, so let's go. That wasn't in quotations. We went sexily to potions class.
Sexily?
But Snap
Always
wasn't
with
there.
the sexily. I jumped sexily into the pensive.
Instead, there was a Cornelio fuck.
Piss off. Cornelio fuck.
Hey, where the fuck is Dumbledore? Draco shouted angrily. Shut the fuck up, shouted Cornelia fuck.
It's not his name, fuck off.
He is in Azkaban. Now with Snip and Lupin, he is old and weak. He has cancer.
Whoa.
Now do your work. My friends and I talked angrily. Can you believe Snap used to be gothic? Vampire asked surprisedly. That's it. 111. Cornelio fuck shouted angrily. I'm getting Professor Bridge.
Umbridge?
Maybe. He stomped out angrily. My friends and I began talking. I began to drink some blood mixed with beer. Suddenly I saw Hagrid
What?
in
Blood
the
mixed
cupboard.
with beer.
That's be so irony. It's just oof.
Beer blood.
What the fuck is he doing? I asked. Then I looked at Draco. He was wearing tons of eyeliner and he looked sexier than ever. Suddenly, Hagrid, what the fuck are you doing? He shouted.
R.
R. I looked around. Hagrid was putting something in my glass of blood. Darko and Vampire started to beat him up sexily.
Oh my god.
God, you are such a poser, I shouted at Hagrid. Suddenly I looked at what he was putting in the blood. It was amnesia potion.
Amnesia
You
potion.
can tell that just from liquid. Chapter 37. Author note. Okay, everybody, I'm going on vacation in the 1st of July, so I'm either gonna end the fic or update it in weeks? Next. Fangs, oh yeah, and prep stop flaming story. Raven fangs to help see your girl after vacation. XXXX6666.
XXXXXXX.
Darko's point of view, lol. Vampire and I chained Hagrid to the floor. Oh, she's changed perspective. It's Draco now. Oh my fucking Satan, Inobe said. She was so hot. Maybe I could use amnesia potion to make Satan fall in love with me faster.
Satan?
Yeah.
What? So we're from Draco's point of view now?
Yeah, but that's what Inobe said.
Okay.
But you are so sexy and wonderful anyway, Tata, said Vampire. Why would you need it? To make everything go faster, lol, said Inobe. But you won't have to do it with him or anything, will you? I asked jealously.
Jealously.
Oh my fucking god, you guys are so scary, said Brittany at a fucking prep. That's brilliant. Said Brittany at a fucking prep. Shut the fuck up, said Willow. Okay, well anyway, let's go to Professor Trevali's room. Draco, Abore, and I went to Professor Siniata's room. But Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ridd was. Oh, hi, fuckers, he said. Why the fuck does she do that? It must be an American thing, right? Saying, like, oh, hello, and then insulting them in the next breath.
I don't know,
Like,
yeah.
American girls, like, from California, the rich girls do it like that. Or they go, like, oh, hey, slut. Shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. They must absolutely hate each other on the inside. Oh, hi, fuckers, he said. Listen, I got you some cool new clothes.
With a V?
With a V. I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a gothic black leather miniskirt that said 666 on the back. Black Stilton boots. Stilton. Blood red fishnets and a black corset. Of course it was. That's what you've been wearing the entire fucking thing. He's not really changed now.
So she didn't bring out some cloves of garlic?
No. Oh my god, fangs, I said, hugging him in a gothic way. I tucked the clothes in the bag.
You can't just say that. Unless you can physically do it, you can't just write it.
Okay, Professor Sinister, isn't here. What the fuck should we do? Asked Draco. Suddenly, he looked at a sign on the black wall. Oh my fucking Satan, I screamed as I read. On it said, everyone, Professor Sinister is away. She is too gothic. She is in Azkaban now. Classes shall be taught by Dumbledore, who is back, but he shall not be principal for now. Sincerely, Professor Rumbridge.
Rumbridge.
Oh my fucking god, I shouted angrily. How could they do that? Suddenly Dumbledore came. What the hell are you doing in my office? He began to
You motherfuckers.
Suddenly, I saw Marty McFly's Black Time Machine.
Black Time Machine? What?
I jumped seductively into it, leaving Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I was back in time. I looked around. It was Professor Slutborn's office.
Orifice.
I sneaked around. Suddenly I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black with blood red pentagrams in it. It was the shape of a cross. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly that door opened. It was Professor Slutgorn. Oh my god, what are you doing, fucker? He shouted angrily. I don't know what the fuck you are doing, I shouted angrily. Sorry, I was just looking around because I thought it was class. You said, finally hoping he couldn't see that potion in your pocket. What? Is it our perspective now?
I don't know.
Oh,
who's us?
I don't know. Okay, you can go now, said Professor Slutborn. You went to the common room after putting on my clothes. What? Silas, Samaro, and Snap were there practicing vampires. Will never hurt you, MCR. Okay.
So this isn't a different chapter from the one that started with us as Draco, right?
I think chapter change. No, it's still Draco's point of view.
So Draco went into Marty McFly's Black Time Machine.
I don't know. I don't even think she knows. Anyway, so Silas, Samaro, and Snap were practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, hi, you guys, I said seductively. Where's Satan? Oh, he's coming. Spelled C-U-M-M-I-N-G.
Oh, it's got to be her, right? It can't be.
Said Sirius. By the way, you can call me Hades now.
Who? Sirius?
Yeah. Suddenly, Satan came. He was wearing a smexy black leather Jackson, black Congress shoes, a slip-knot t-shirt, and a black tie. Okay, I will see you guys at the concert, I said. Then I went with Satan.
He had a normal t-shirt with a tie over the top.
Slipknot t-shirt.
With a tie on it?
Yeah.
What?
Chapter...
I don't remember
38.
Goths doing that shit.
Goths did whatever the fuck they want. They were idiots. Author note. What does everyone think? I end a story and then I add some more to it after vocation. Oh yeah. As and prep stop flaming. If you do not like that story, then take my quiz. Okay, then you'll see if you're gothic or not. I don't like how she thinks it's being gothic isn't a choice. It's just something you're born with. It's like being born male or female.
Yeah.
Take my quiz. It'll find out if you're gothic or preppy, and if you're a prep and it says you're a goth, then obviously you got to change. Yeah, you know, shit like that. Satan and I walked to his car. It was a black car with pentagrams all over it. On the license plate said 666, just like Draco's car. I went in it seductively.
What?
Stan started to drive. We talked about Satanism, lol, he was named after Satan. Cutting music and being gothic, yeah. Oh my Satan, Gerard is so fucking hot, Voxelmore agreed as we smoked some weed. Cause bye guys are hot, they are so sensitive, I love them, lol goes, fucks a bye guy.
Yep.
Maybe she was telling us to go fuck a bye guy. I don't really want to, because I'm
alright, do you know any?
Straight. Are you not? We'll carry on. Well, I totally decided not to commit suicide when I heard Helena. I said in a flirty voice. Hey Satan, do you know the cure for when people are addicted to voxel malt serum? Well, he thought, I think you have to drink vampire blood. Suddenly, voxel malt parked a car behind a black movie theatre. Satan and I walked outside.
We're not going to go to Showcase. There's a black one down there. We'll go to the black movie theatre.
What I want to know is, does she mean the exterior was painted black, or was it like a segregated theme?
For black people.
Because if you go back in time, I don't know how far.
Yeah,
clearly she doesn't know how far. Satan and I walked outside. We went into the movie Tether. We went to the movie Tether.
Okay.
Where they were showing The Exorcist.
Of course.
Didn't spell it right.
Of course.
It's exorcist, and she didn't spell it exorcist. In it, a boy and a girl were doing it. Suddenly, a serial killer spells cereal as in something you eat cereal.
Wait, in the movie what?
In the movie, no, it said in it, a boy and a girl were doing it. Suddenly, a serial killer came. Lol.
Has she seen The Exorcist?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen in The Exorcist.
She spelled serial killer, not as in like. You know,
like
she spelled it as like
cereal.
Breakfast cereal. Yeah.
Obviously.
Satan and I laughed at the blood because we're sadists.
Obviously.
Why does that make you laugh at blood though? Shouldn't it be like, oh mate, I'm so fucking aroused that that guy got fucking butchered and stuff. Anyway, while Satan was watching the movie, I had an idea. I took Satan's Gothic Black Nightmare Before Christmas cigar sexily from his pocket and put some amnesia potion in it. I put it back in his black Emil, the strange bag. Satan turned
Emily
around.
the Strange? I think that's the thing.
Emily the Strange. Oh yeah, Emily the Strange. She put Emil. Emil. Satan turned around and started to smoke it. Black clouds with red pentagrams in them started to fly around.
Fuck off! Who that's like, it's like how mums these days always have Paw Patrol plasters in their purses, but like Nightmare Before Christmas cigars. What's the market for that? How much money would you even make?
Let's sell these cigars to these kids. We'll put Jack Skellington's face on the side.
I know.
My niece is absolutely in love with Paw Patrol, man. It does mad in.
Yeah, everyone's kids are these days.
Oh my god, Satan said, jumping up. I gasped because I was afraid he noticed. Enemy, guess what? I knew that amnesia had worked. Amnesia potion has not been invented yet, so it will not work, he said. Too bad, because I wanted to use some on you. Cool. I raised my eye suggestingly, and then he took off my clothes sexily, and we started to make out. I took off his shit. He had six-pack, just like Jared Way. We Frenched. Excuse me, but are you going to? But you are going to have to leave. You know, shouted the lady behind us. She was a prep.
No, she just wanted to enjoy a horror film without two fucking angsty teens fucking each other in front of her.
And talking about black leather this and pentagram that.
She's like, oh, he's such a fucking prep.
Fuck you, I said. Suddenly I attacked her, sucking all her blood. No, she screamed. All the preps in the theatre screamed, but everyone else crapped because Satan and I looked so cute together.
If you're happy and you know it, crap your hands.
And I started to walk outside. Did she get dressed? She's still walking out naked. Zomg, how did you do that? Voldemort asked in a turned-on voice. I'm a vampire, I said as we went into the car. Seriously, he grasped. Yes, seriously, I said, drinking some beer. Satan started to drive the car. I smelled happily. It's too bad we didn't get to see the rest of the movie, don't you think? That's because you fucking killed a woman! And had sex. We'll try to have sex.
In a cinema. If you wanted to watch the film, you wouldn't have been fucking sucking face, would you?
Well, if she sucked something else, at least one of them could have watched the movie. Too bad we didn't see the movie, don't you think? Yeah, as we kissed passively, Satan parked in a black driveway next to the place where Draco and I had watched Good Charlotte for the first time. We went inside where Marilyn Mason was playing and started to mosh lol.
I thought she didn't want to have sex with Voldemort.
I don't fucking know.
I thought she just wanted to. I don't remember why. She wanted something from him.
It's like
it wasn't his semen though. I'm pretty sure of that.
It's like she understands her motives, but she doesn't understand how to explain the motives.
Yeah. Also, she you know, she acts like she's loyal to Draco, but she's fucked vampire. I'm pretty sure. She's always making out with him and shit. Like she's not in a relationship, and she's clearly making zero effort not to sleep with Voldemort.
Yeah. Anti-people, now you've gone too far. Zeus Christ Superstar.
Jesus Christ Superstar?
Maybe. Is that lyrics?
It's a song. My dad. It's like a choir song. My dad used to have a
Scream.
choir.
I don't know. It is lyrics. Apparently, Marilyn Manson sang it.
Oh right.
Anti-people, now you've gone too far. Jesus Christ Superstar, screamed Marilyn on the stage.
Oh,
we did the devil fingers.
I see.
I started to dance really close to Satan. He was so schmexy.
Schmexy. Jesus.
He looked at me all emo with his gothic red eyes, and he looked exactly like Mikey, where I almost got an orgasm. Suddenly, Marilyn Mason stopped singing. I would like to peasant. X black X tier X, he said. I ran on stage. Lucian, Samaro, Snap, and Hades were there. They started to play their instruments. I got on Stag.
Stage.
Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say, I sang. I do not know the lyrics to that song.
You fucking what?
She's like, what? She's been saying throughout this whole fucking story how much she loves My Chemical Romance and stuff like that, but she doesn't even know the lyrics to one of the songs.
Yeah, and she could have picked one she does know the lyrics to, or used Google to find out what the lyrics are.
My voice sounded like a pentagram between Amy Lee and a girl version of Gerard Way.
A pentagram between what?
I don't even know what that means. Everyone clapped. Satan got an eructation. I'm not okay, I sang finally. Suddenly Lucian started playing the song wrong by mistake.
It's okay.
Oh my fucking god, yielded James. What the fuck? Whoops, I'm sorry, said Lucian. You fucking asshole, James shouted angrily. You guys are such preps, Snap said. Come on, it was a mistake. Yeah, it's not his fault, said Sirius. No, he ruined the fucking song, yelled Samaro. You guys stop, I shouted angrily, but it was too late. They all began to fight. Suddenly Samaro took out his knife. Oh my fucking no.
Who's Samaro? Not James Potter, is it?
Oh, fuck knows, mate.
Fair.
Shouted Lucian, but it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm. And then I jumped sexily in front of the bullet. No, I yielded everyone, but it was too late. Suddenly everything went black. Chapter 39.
We're getting there. Almost there.
Disclaimer, I do not own the HP series and I'm not the real bloody wrist 666. Author note, I am extremely pathetic idiot girl. I know out of boredom I crack this girl's passive for fun and it took less than 8 minutes to do it and will probably get in a shitload of trouble, which I probably deserve because I'm being a troll right now, meh. And I present to you my crappy part in this story, and take note, I haven't even finished reading this fic yet, but instead skip over to chapter 38. What?
You what? What's going on? Is this somebody else that's added into it?
Yeah. Disclaimer, I do not own the HP series, and I am not the real Bloody Wrist 666. So should we skip this?
Well, there's nothing after that. I think the final chapter must have been written by somebody else.
No, it carries on after that.
Okay.
End crap fic. Often, oh yeah, if you want to see the original content this chick had planned for this chapter, I accessed it through the document manager thingy, which I copied and pasted so you can read it here.
Okay.
So it carries on. Author note. Shut the fuck up, preps. Get a life. You suck. Oh, on form now. I'll be in Vacation England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while. Lol, thanks everyone who reviled, except the preps who flamed fuck you MCR rule 666.
Jesus Christ.
XXXX6666. I woke up in the nurse's office. Nurse's office.
Okay.
On a special gothic coffin. Hagrid was in the bed opposite me in a coma because Vampire and Draco had beat him up. Why are they not expelled?
Wait, what? What happened to the concert?
She got shot. She blacked out and now she's woken up.
In the future?
In the future.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So yeah, Hagrid's in a coma because Vampire and Draco beat him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. Oh my Satan, what happened? I screamed. Suddenly Voxelmort came. He looked less mean than usual. Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard, I yielded. Thou hath not killed vampire yet, he said angrily. Suddenly he started to cry.
Why don't you just kill him?
Tears of blood, all selective. No, not that tear. Yeah, you can go. No, not you. Fucking selective tears. Voxelmore, oh my fucking god, what's wrong? I asked. Suddenly, Lucian, Professor Sinister, and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with them. Everyone was holding black boxes. Voxelmort disappeared. Oh my god, Ennaby, you're alive, screamed Vampire.
Do you think they're the black boxes from Nier Automata?
I hope so. That'd just wipe everything out.
Yeah.
I hugged him
Creator
and
in place of
Mary.
Hogwarts.
What the fuck happened? I asked him. Oh my Satan, am I like dead now? I gasped. Inobe, you were almost shot, said Sirius, but that bullet could not kill you since you were from another time.
So she was shot.
But fangs anyway, said Lucian, holding out his arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms. Oh my god, I can't believe Vampire's dad shot you, I gasped. Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap back then. To be honest, Snape was possessed by Snape back then.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a spy, Sirius said sadly. He was really a death dealer. And he was...
Want to buy some death kits?
He was such a fucking poser, said Lucian. He didn't even really know who Good Charlotte were until I told him. Well, anyway, everyone tarted to give me presents. I was opening a black box with red 666s. There was a DVD of Corpse Bride in it. I'll just spell it Core and not Corpse.
Oh, fucking hell. Why did you think Corpse Bride is the most gothic movie that ever came out?
Dead people in it. It's about the afterlife and that, innit? Mr. Norris looked up angrily because he hated goths. Hey, has anyone fucking seen Draco? I asked gothically.
Mr. Norris is...
Filch.
Filch, yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's just a giant humanoid cat. Anthropomorphic cat walking around. No, Draco told me he would be watching Hose of Wax.
House
of Wax, but Hose of Wax.
Okay.
Said Professor Travolri. He doesn't know that you're better anyway. Dan Norse said you could get up. Come on. I got up suicidally.
And then I got down with the sickness.
Lucian, Sirius, and Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather nightgown.
Nightgown.
Under that, I had on a sexy black leather bra trimmed with black lace and a matching thong that said "Gothic Girl" on the butt and sexy fishnets. That kind hooked onto my thong. If you don't get the ideas, message me. I'll tell you. Ooh. I put on a black fishnet top under a black MCR t-shirt, a black leather mini with black lace and Congress shoes.
Wait, if she could describe it in a DM, why can't she just describe it in her own book?
In it. I left the hospital's wings with Bloody Mary, Willow, and Vampire. Oh my fucking god, let's celebrate, gasped Willow. We can go see Hose of Wax with Draco, giggled Vampire. He's like, your penis isn't long enough, so you make one out of wax and just stick it on the end. I've got a hose of wax.
Yeah. Let's
go listen to Good Charlotte and curt ourselves, 666, I said. What she just said, let's go fucking cut ourselves, 666.
I know, what the fuck?
And said Hermione, we opened...
But she must actually talk like that because she ended her author note like that.
Maybe. We opened the conmen room door sexily. And then I gasped, Draco was there doing it with... Snap, he was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on the front and baggy jeans. You fucking prep, we all yielded angrily. Yeah, you betrayed us, shooted Vampire angrily as he took out his black gun. No, you don't understand, screamed Draco sadly as he took his thingy out of snakes.
Ah!
No shit.
Wait, he's thinking out of snakes. They're docking.
Like extreme docking, penis in penis. No shit, you fucking suck, you preppy bastard, said Willow, trying to attack him. You rock girl, in brackets. I ran suicidally to my room and I sexually took a steak out.
You can't, that's not how adjectives work.
Is she cooking
or adverbs?
Is she cooking something for food, mate? Because she just took a steak out.
She's gonna commit suicide.
No, screamed Draco, but it was too late. I had slit my wrists with it suddenly. Everything went black again. Sincerely, an Anon author who will silently not reveal her identity because she's a coward, aka just a troll with rocks for brains. Chapter 4.
What?
I don't know. Chapter 40, lol, someone has taken my account over, the idiots know. Well, this was in a dock area. Might as well let the whole world see what the real Tyra wanted to show us. Have a nice day. Okay. Author note, shut the fuck up, preps. Get a life, you suck. On from now on I'll be... It's the same thing. That's the same looking chapter.
Okay.
Alright, next chapter.
Alright.
Chapter 41. Author note, to everyone who keeps flaming this, get life, get a life. I bet you probably wouldn't know who Gerard Way is. You're probably all preps and posers. Anyway, someone hacked into my account in November and they put up my last chapter, but now there is a new one. I'm sorry for not updating while, but I've been really busy. I'm trying to finish the story before the new movie comes out. I'm going on vacation for a month. I won't be back until about 2 weeks. Shouldn't know how time works. Oh my fucking god, Draco is so hot in all the pics for the new movie. I wanted them to put a cameo by Gerard Way, lol. For fuck's sake, why would that even happen? He should play Draco. Yeah. He should play Draco. All these kids running around and Draco, grown-ass man, is all like... Whatever he says to Harry, I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah. Eat slugs.
Eat slugs.
Filthy little
mudblood.
Ron says eat slugs.
If you flame, I'll slit my wrists. Raven, you rock girl, have fun in England. I thought she was going.
Did she already go?
Unless, fucking knows.
Are they going separately?
When I woke up, I was in a strange room. I looked around. I was wearing the same outfit I had when is performed with.
When I performed with the...
I looked around confusedly. It was the Norse's office, but it looked different. On the wall was a pic of Marilyn Manson. Just imagine that he is an 80s gothic band too, okay? Because he's more old than Panic at Disco or MCR.
So it is 80s?
Maybe. There was also a gothic Black Beatles calendar with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black clothes. She can't do that to the Beatles, man! On it said 1980.
Who does she think she is? Also, we finally got the year confirmed, so that's cool. So whatever joke we made about it being the 80s earlier.
Yeah. Oh my fucking... There was no segregation in the 80s. At least...
Oh, okay.
At least it wasn't, law. Shit still happened.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, I'm back in Tim again. I screamed...
God damn it, Tim.
I screamed loudly. Suddenly, Satan... This is actually Voldemort for photo reference. Photo reference? Voldemort...
It just links you to a picture of Voldemort.
Voldemort was wearing a black leather Jackson, black tie jeans.
Jackson?
He looked so sexy, I almost had an orgy. Oh my fucking god, Enemy, are you okay? You asked gothically. Yeah, I'm okay for your information. I snapped sexily. How does that even work? Oh my god,
How can you snap sexily?
I don't know.
You just...
Maybe while you perform an oral
She's trying to portray that she's doing something sexily. With absolute minimal effort.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many better ways to describe that without physically just going, I sexily...
Yeah, like I snapped with a penis in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, am I dead? Because I remembered I had jumped in front of the bullet from James's gun?
What?
We're all over the place.
Wait, no, because she said something about somebody hacking her account and uploading the final chapter, so was that not the final chapter? She tried to say this is the final chapter?
Okay, maybe.
Maybe because she people didn't like that she just put herself back.
I don't know.
I doubt people were that bothered anyway.
I also remembered seeing Draco doing it with Snape.
No, that did happen in the last chapter, so...
What? I guess that when I had slit my wrist, I went back in time.
Oh, she blacked out when she slit her wrist, didn't she? Fucking hell.
I knew I could go forward in time. Yeah, but whatever. But go forward in time if I found a time toner in the time machine. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured Suez. Did Marty McFly even actually do anything? He just showed up and then she carried on with something else and that's it.
He didn't even have a DeLorean, he just had a black time machine.
Yeah. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured suicidally as he smoked a cigarette sexily and smoke came all over in his face. You're a vampire, so you
Smoke
can't
from
die
Mortal
from
Kombat. Smoke from Mortal Kombat came all over his face.
Yeah. Come on now, let's go see how Harry's dad is doing. I know that the real reason I didn't die from the bullet was because I was from the future. What the fuck? James almost shot Lucillus? I said Indigole?
What?
Indigole?
Indigole.
I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know I knew. Yeah, I know, but he had a headache. He was under a lot of stress, Satan reasoned evilly. I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucian. Also, know that Lucian would now have 2 arms instead of 1. I walked seductively outside with Satan. Suddenly...
I don't get that thing with him having 2 arms.
I don't know. Suddenly I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks up to his ears and he was wearing gothic black eyeliner. A black Green Day shirt. It showed Billy Joel with blonde hair since it was the 80s. Black Congress shoes and black baggy pants. He walked in all sexy like Jared Way in the video for I Don't 3 You Like I Did Yesterday. I Don't Love You Like I Did Yesterday. She's trying to make a emo,
yeah, but she forgot the yeah.
And you could see a black tear on his face. I'll just spell it tear. Like I don't know. Anyway, hey, he said all quietly and gothically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily because I did not know him. This is Hedwig.
Eh?
Hedwig?
You what?
This is Hedwig, said Voxelmort.
About the bi guy?
I don't... Yeah, he used to be in X-Black X Tier X 2, but he had to drop out because he broke his arm. Hey, Hedwig, I said seductively, even though I was not trying to be. Hi, Anobi, he answered, but then he ran away because he had hair of magical creature. He was humming Welcome to the Black Parade under his breath. I know that is not 80s, but pretend it is okay. Lol, hi, Anobi, he answered, but ran away because he's a fucking owl and he flew away and not ran.
Because he had the hair of a magical creature and he was humming Black Parade.
Yeah. Bye, I said all sexily. I don't know if
and he's like, yes, I am.
I don't know if she was trying to be sexual there because she didn't say afterwards. That was Hedwig. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up, Satan said, sadly looking at his black nails. He fucked an owl. I'm sure Hedwig's a girl.
I'm well confused, though, because I'm pretty sure once you go owl, you never go back.
Oh my fucking god, I can get you back.
Yeah. Go on.
Right, oh my fucking god, I can get you back together, I said, fingering something I didn't know was in my pocket. A black coot is what we aim for, Cydio iPod, that I could take videos with.
You what? So she got an iPod with the camera.
Does anyone else know about them day kickers? What iPods? Okay, you can forget about your class for now, Hedwig. I'm going to show you something great. I led them to the Great Hall. Come on, you guys. Lucian, James, Sirius, and Snake were all in the Great Hall. Lucian wouldn't talk with James because he had tried to shoot him, but still hung out with each other. I'm not talking to you. You try to shoot me. Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche. He shouted at him. Douchebag. Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Samaro, Snape agreed, but I know he was lying because it had been his fault. James had almost shot Lucian, we know. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. My plan was working out great, but now I could make Voldemort good without doing it. With him? Okay, so she can make Voldemort good without fucking him, is basically what she's trying to say.
Okay.
Now, Vampire's dad would never die, okay? Satan and Hedwig, you guys can start making out. I said, and I started to film them with the iPod. She's making a gay porno.
What the fuck is going on?
Cool, said Sirius. This doesn't feel like she's winding down.
Yeah.
Cool, said Sirius as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. This is her plan. Oh, I can get you two together again. Just fuck each other, I'll film it.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how awkward that would be if you broke up with your girlfriend and I was like, listen guys, I've got the perfect idea. I just took you in a room somewhere, put up a fucking camera and was like, right, kiss each other. You'd be like, no.
Exactly.
You'd probably fucking throw me out.
Mate, when I looked this over before deciding we would finish this book, this fan fiction, there was not that much on the page. I don't know where all this has just come from.
Don't know. Anyway, we're almost at chapter 40. How many chapters is it? 42?
44?
44. Cool, said Sirius as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. We watched as they started to take each other's clothes off.
We
sexily.
watched?
Yeah. Smarrow, Sirius, Snake and Lucian all watched because they were probably bi. I know Snape was bi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Draco was fucking him. Oh my fucking god, Voldemort. Voldemort screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort. But suddenly everything stopped as the door opened. In came Dumbledore and Mr. Norris. Chapter 42, The Black Parade.
Oh, no.
Let me just quickly see how much is left in this.
Fuck right off.
There's a lot in it.
How is there so much left?
There's not even the last page.
The last page is like a paragraph, mate.
Should we save this for the next one then?
Yeah, let's do one more. Sorry guys, I know we promised it'd be the end, but
it just that content.
It's too much at once.
I don't even know what's happened.
Right, we were chapter 42.
Chapter 42.
Never forget. Next episode we'll forget, and there'll be this big part in the episode of us going, oh, when? Oh, where did we get to?
All right, plug our shit, fam.
Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. You can find us on Twitter at UT2cast. You can find us on our website, ut2cast.podbean.com. You can find us on YouTube if you search Untitled-2 podcast. You can find us on iTunes if you do the exact same thing. And I think that's all of it.
Beautiful.
Cool. Bye.
Ugh.